The man convicted of raping and killing Danvers teacher Colleen Ritzer will not get a new trial or a new sentence. The Supreme Judicial Court made its ruling today after hearing arguments from Philip Chism's defense team. The defense said that there were mistakes made at Chism's trial, serious enough that he should get a second trial or a new sentence, but the court rejected all of the arguments.
New trouble tonight for a Danvers teen already charged in the murder of his high school math teacher. Investigators say that Philip Chism assaulted a female staff member at the Department of Youth Services. Thanks for being with us this evening. I'm Jonathan Elias.
I'm Paula Eben. Right now, Chism is undergoing a mental health evaluation at a Boston hospital. Investigators say in October, he sexually assaulted Danvers High School teacher Colleen Ritzer, killed her, and then left her body outside the school. Paul Burton is live in Dorchester tonight. Paul?
Paula and Jonathan, I tell you, another frightening and disturbing incident involving this teenager, Philip Chism. Things are actually very quiet outside here, the DYS facility in Dorchester, but yesterday authorities say he allegedly attacked a staff member here. Accused murderer Philip Chism is in serious trouble with the law again. WBZ sources confirm the 15-year-old Chism is accused of attacking a young woman who was on the staff at this Department of Youth Services facility in Dorchester, where he's being held without bail. A spokesman for DYS issued a statement saying the Department of Youth Services is working closely with law enforcement to investigate an assault that took place on a member of the staff at our Dorchester facility. Chism is accused of robbing, raping, and killing 24-year-old Danvers High School teacher Colleen Ritzer last year, then leaving her body in a wooded area near the school. At this point, no charges have been filed in the DYS assault, and it's unclear how badly injured the DYS staffer is. A spokesman says the safety and well-being of our staff is our primary concern, and a full review of this incident will be conducted to identify any necessary security enhancements at this facility. Now, Chism was taken to Boston Medical Center for mental health evaluation. We are told he is under very close watch and heavy security by the Essex County correctional officers, and this entire incident remains under investigation. We're live in Dorchester tonight. I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News. Jonathan, back to you.
All right, Paul, thanks very much.
And Philip Chism told a court psychologist today he wants someone to shoot him. He doesn't trust his lawyers, and he doesn't understand the proceedings.
Court is now in session.
This is where Philip Chism spent the court session, behind this window with just enough room left to listen. A court psychologist who talked with him says he's suicidal, does not trust his attorneys, hears voices.
And he said he wasn't talking to me, that he was talking to somebody else. And when I asked who the somebody else was, he said he doesn't want me to tell you.
His attorneys have asked for a competency exam that could lead to up to 20 days in a hospital. Prosecutors object.
The Commonwealth's position is that everything that has happened for the last 24 hours is not real, is fake.
Legal analyst Martha Coakley says the court is taking the right step.
The judge will look at, is this real? Is this a real lack of competence? And he will look at factual issues in terms of the defendant's ability to cooperate with his attorney up to this date.
Jury selection was stopped after 3 days. Philip Chism is charged with murder in the October 2013 killing of teacher Colleen Ritzer at Danvers High School.
If there's a need, there's a need. And there's nothing that can be done about it because competency has to be addressed thoroughly and carefully.
The judge has said he wants to hold an expedited hearing if Chism is found competent. The judge also said it's not likely that testimony would begin in this case before the middle of next week. Reporting live in Salem, I'm Pam Cross, WCVB News Center 5.
Teenager accused of killing Danvers High School teacher Colleen Ritzer is competent to stand trial. And with that decision, the judge says jury selection resumes tomorrow. Christina Hager was in the courtroom today. This is what Philip Chism looked like when the judge suddenly stopped jury selection after the 16-year-old was seen banging his head against the wall. 3 weeks later, a haircut and new glasses, looking down as the judge rules he will stand trial.
The court finds that Mr. Chism has sufficient presence and ability to consult with his attorney with a reasonable degree of rational understanding.
The defense immediately brought up concerns about what potential jurors may have seen while they were on hold, a 20-day period that included the anniversary of the murder of Chism's math teacher, Colleen Ritzer, friends in a random acts of kindness campaign in her memory.
That is a long time for them to know the case that they're going to be on, the nature of the case, for there to be this atmosphere of publicity. And I would suggest the safest thing would be to start a panel anew.
Chism sat with no expression as prosecutors fought that request and another defense motion to change the trial's location.
The mere fact that people are remembering Colleen Ritzer does not in any way prejudice the defendant any more than Boston Strong suggested that Mr. Tsarnaev was more guilty than innocent.
The defense asked for more breaks and shorter court days to help Chism cope psychologically. And while the judge is considering it, he says he doesn't want this already delayed trial to drag on past Christmas.
Philip Chism is the 15-year-old accused of raping and murdering his teacher. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the story that of all the crazy stuff we report here, this is the one that has Sam upset.
Yeah.
He slit the throat. Philip Chism is the 15-year-old accused of raping and murdering his teacher. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the story that of all the crazy stuff we report here, this is the one that has Sam upset.
Yeah.
He slit the throat with a box cutter in the school bathroom. His teacher dumped her body in the woods and really violated her. All kinds of crazy, right? All kinds of crazy sexual, weird stuff that went on. And police charged him with aggravated rape when they realized the teacher there had been sexually assaulted, sodomized, and they implied that he may have photographed the crime. Good time, Sam. Tonight we've learned Philip Chism apparently attacked a female employee at the youth facility where he is in custody. Let's bring back Judy, Evie, and Shagun. Evie, we all sort of were arriving at the same conclusion that we didn't believe this guy could be rehabilitated. What do you say?
I don't think he can be rehabilitated. Right. You have a clear pattern of behavior. There's serious problems here. This is someone you need to put away. He's going to do this again. Clear pattern of behavior. We have serious behavioral problems. And again, I want to point out the interesting thing when he did his first attack, he took a souvenir. Yes. He took the underwear of his victim. Serial killers, serial rapists who enjoy this usually take souvenirs to remember their victims.
Yes, Evie, and there's an eerie similarity, and I brought this up before, between the young Norman Bates that's portrayed in the A&E series, Bates Motel. Both of them were these odd, antisocial high schoolers that moved around a lot. Both of them raped and murdered their teachers. Both of them slit their teachers' throats. Both of them took their teachers' underwear as mementos, as trophies, and both of them, after they committed these heinous crimes, they would go about their days like nothing happened.
Judy, you agree with that?
Yeah, Dr. Drew, you know what's happening now in prison is that he's learning better ways to be a criminal. So as far as rehabilitation goes, I think he may actually be able to learn to control his impulses. But as far as moral development goes, this is a completely lost project. I agree with that.
Wait, Shagun, I think Judy is saying that the fact that he went to prison and not some kind of treatment is making things worse. Is that your opinion, too?
No, well, I'm just flabbergasted, and maybe it's because I don't have my bow tie on, but I remember those same ladies talking about 2 12-year-old girls don't be tried as an adult, that they could be rehabilitated, and they planned a murder. This guy is now being branded as a serial killer. Do I think he's a monster? Absolutely. When we first spoke about him, I wanted more details before we declared him a monster. He's attacked somebody in prison. So I'm with you, Sam. I think he's a budding psychopath and should be locked away. But I don't care about his age. All of us professors and doctors, we forget that these kids at 12 and at 15, they're at an age that we can never understand because we didn't have cell phones that could access everything. We've never been their type of 12 or their type of 15. Stop trying to understand them like we were and understand them as they are. Monsters to the core.
Evie?